In this video, we're going to be installing VSPro inside of Unity. So a little bit of background here first. You will need to buy Vegetation Studio Pro. I think at the time of this video, it's $135. Remember, it does go on sale occasionally, so you might be able to get it half off. That's typically in sometime in the spring and also around Black Friday. But you must buy Vegetation Studio Pro. There are two versions. There's one called Vegetation Studio. There's another one called Vegetation Studio Pro. Make sure you buy the Pro version. I'll show you which version that is here in a minute. The version that is currently posted in the store will not work on Unity 2018. Well, how the hell is this we're going to do this? Well, there's an old version that's no longer posted to the store that will work, which I have still because I bought the old version when it was available. So the idea here is you go buy Vegetation Studio Pro, and then you're going to post the message to the Vegetation Studio Pro channel saying you need the correct version. At that point, and you can tag me in that. At that point, I'll DM you the correct version. The reason I have you posted it there is, let's say I get hit by a bus tomorrow, just post in Vegetation Studio Pro, and then I'll say DM sent, and that way everyone knows you're being taken care of. Otherwise, we'll have to have somebody else help you out. Hopefully, at the time you're watching this, I'm still alive and I can help you out. But post it in there, say, hey, I just bought Vegetation Studio Pro. I'll DM you. At that point, be prepared to send me a copy of your receipt, something that kind of shows your name, that you paid, and that you essentially bought the software. A photocopy of your email receipt, a screenshot, whatever, of your invoice, just so I have some proof here and I don't get myself into trouble. At that point, I will reply back with a Unity package that not only contains the version that works in Unity 2018, but that package also has some mods to it. Those mods have some settings that we think are appropriate and some custom scripts some people in the community wrote. So it'll save you a little bit of time of having to install that stuff later on, okay? So I'll send you that Unity package and then you can install it and go, which is what we're gonna cover in the rest of this video. So the first thing you're going to need to do is actually buy Vegetation Studio Pro. So I would recommend do not do this in the browser that is inside of Unity. The reason being is sometimes if you're running an old version of Unity and an asset isn't supported in that version of Unity, it often won't show up in the store as being able to buy. So just open up a browser, go to assetstore.unity.com and do a search up here for Vegetation Studio Pro. And when that comes up, you'll get a bunch of results, but the one that you want is this right here, Vegetation Studio Pro. Now I don't see the older version, which was just called Vegetation Studio, I think it was just called that. But this is the version that you want, and you can see that I've already purchased it. And then when you come in here, you'll see here's the regular Vegetation Studio. This is not the one you want. You want Vegetation Studio Pro. And you can see right now it's $129. You can see down here it only supports Unity 2019 4.24 or higher. So you're just going to, don't open in Unity. You should see an option here to buy it. So just go ahead and buy it and then take a screenshot of your receipt. You'll also get a receipt via email. And then you're going to go into this area here, go down to the questions area to Vegetation Studio Pro and just say, hey, I bought VSPro. Can someone blah, 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 send me the correct version? At that point, you'll get a DM from me most likely or somebody else. I'll ask for your receipt, reply with your receipt, or just DM me directly at that point, and then you'll have access to the package. So now we're going to install VSPro. I assume at this point you've reached out to me or somebody else and you have the VSPro package downloaded to your computer. It is a Unity package. And I also assume at this point that you've done a complete backup of your Unity project. If you don't know how to do that, there is a video on it. Look in the table of contents on backing up your project. Highly recommend back up something before you install something major like this VSPro. I haven't had it mess up a project, but this point, you've put a decent amount of work into your project. This course also is going to look unfamiliar to you because I'm recording this video in the future because the VSPro installation process has changed. This is just me, a little bit of a humble brag showing off the Hershey Country Club, and this is the Milton Hershey house that I put in there that I just built. In addition to that, there's the factory, there's the silos, there's the Kissing Tower, and then there's the clubhouse way back there in the distance. Anyway, not important to this video. So to install VSPro, we're going to come up here to Assets, Import Package, Custom Package, and then we're going to download the package that you just installed. In my case, it's this one right here. And yours should look similar to that, VSPro OPCD mods. We'll probably put a date onto it too once we release it, but I'm going to install that. And that's going to decompress, do a bunch of things. It shouldn't take too long, depending on the speed of your computer. And then you'll get this pop-up, which is going to show you the entire contents. So there's a couple things happening here. Awesome technologies, and then there's going to be some custom scripts in here. So this is actually the VSPro package itself, and then this is also a custom package, this biome and mask. So those are both going to get installed. So I'm going to hit import, and then that is going to, basically it's just going to decompress all this stuff and put it into your project folders. And it shouldn't take too long. I was thinking I should pause. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm going to. So that's finished. It did take an extra minute or two, so I'm glad I paused the video and I didn't have to tap dance here. So in here, there are two folders that got installed. One is the Awesome Technology, which contains all the Vegetation Studio Pro code and along with some custom scripts that were written by the community, and then the Biomes and Mask prefabs. These will be covered a little bit later on. We're not going to go into the content of this exactly. I'm going to show you how to finish the installation. To finish this installation, essentially we have to add VSPro to our scene. And how we do that is we go up here to Window, Awesome Technologies, Add Vegetation Studio Pro to Scene. Click on that. It should only take a fraction of a second. And we get a new pop-up down here, not a new pop-up, a new folder, a new parent folder called Vegetation Studio Pro. And you can see the inspector that there's not much to this, right? Well, we have to expand this. And we go to the second folder, and that's where all the goodness that is Vegetation Studio Pro resides. There's a ton of stuff in here. This is just the installation video. Subsequent videos are going to cover a lot of what's in here. But you should be aware of really what it is. There's a bunch of these subfolders, and every time you go into these subfolders, you get different options underneath. And that is the main gist of VSPro. At this point, your installation is complete, and move on to the next video.